The Ford Thunderbird is one of the most iconic and celebrated cars in American automotive history. Introduced in 1955, the Thunderbird's impact on the automotive world has been significant, shaping the future of American cars and influencing automotive design trends for years. Often regarded as a symbol of 1950s American culture, the Thunderbird was created to be a personal luxury car that blended style, performance, and comfort, establishing a new class of automobile that came to be known as the personal luxury car. Ford's decision to produce the Thunderbird was a response to the growing popularity of sportier, more stylish cars during the mid-1950s. At the time, Chevrolet had introduced the Corvette, which combined sleek, aerodynamic design with powerful performance. Ford, looking to compete with Chevrolet's success, decided to create a car that would stand out in terms of both design and performance. The result was the Thunderbird, a car that offered not only speed and style, but also the luxury and comfort that appealed to American consumers. From the very first model, the Ford Thunderbird was a game-changer. The 1955 Thunderbird featured a bold, clean design with a low-slung body, wide grille, and prominent tail fins, which became synonymous with 1950s car design. It was initially marketed as a two-seater convertible, catering to the growing trend of personal sports cars. It had a V8 engine that provided plenty of power, ensuring that the Thunderbird wasn't just a car to look at, it was also a car that could perform. The combination of striking aesthetics and impressive performance quickly earned the Thunderbird a loyal following. As the years went by, the Thunderbird evolved. In 1958, Ford made the decision to introduce a four-seater version, which marked a significant shift in the car's design. The move to a four-seater allowed the Thunderbird to appeal to a wider audience, catering to families who still wanted the performance and luxury associated with the model. This also allowed Ford to better compete with other cars in the market, like the Chevrolet Impala, which was becoming popular at the time. The 1960s saw the Thunderbird go through some of its most notable transformations. In 1961, the Thunderbird was redesigned to be more streamlined, with a more angular, modern look. It was during this period that the Thunderbird really began to take on the characteristics of a personal luxury car, a vehicle that was not just about speed, but also about comfort and sophistication. Features like power windows, air conditioning, and leather seats became standard, making the Thunderbird a car that combined performance with opulence. It is the universal model for most mobiles. One of the most memorable iterations of the Thunderbird came in 1964, when Ford introduced the Landau version. With a vinyl roof and two-tone paint job, this Thunderbird was designed to exude elegance and class. It quickly became a symbol of American luxury, attracting wealthy buyers and celebrities who wanted a car that could represent their success. The Thunderbird was more than just a car. It became a status symbol, a car that people aspired to own. However, the mid-1960s also marked a shift in the American automotive market. Muscle cars like the Ford Mustang began to dominate, and the Thunderbird's role as a sports car became less relevant. Ford responded by moving the Thunderbird in a new direction. In 1967, the Thunderbird underwent a radical transformation, becoming a larger, more luxurious vehicle with a more refined design. The car was now more about comfort and style than outright performance. The new Thunderbird appealed to a different type of consumer, those who wanted a luxurious ride without the aggressive performance of the muscle cars that were sweeping the nation. Through the 1970s and 1980s, the Thunderbird continued to evolve, often reflecting the changing tastes and trends of the times. The 1970s saw the Thunderbird grow even larger, moving further away from its performance roots and solidifying its position as a full-sized luxury car. By the 1980s, the Thunderbird had taken on a more futuristic design, with a focus on aerodynamics and fuel efficiency. The model was often seen as less of a performance vehicle and more of a comfortable, stylish ride. In the 1990s, the Thunderbird experienced a brief revival with a redesign that brought it back to its roots as a two-seater sports car. The new Thunderbird, which was introduced in 2002, was a nod to the classic models of the 1950s and 1960s, offering a retro-styled exterior with modern performance and luxury features. Despite this nod to nostalgia, the revived Thunderbird didn't capture the same level of popularity as its earlier iterations, and production was discontinued after a few years. Even though the Ford Thunderbird was officially discontinued in the early 2000s, its legacy has endured. The Thunderbird became a symbol of American automotive ingenuity and style. It was not just a car, it was a cultural icon that represented a time of optimism, innovation, and luxury. Over the years, the Thunderbird has become a collector's item, with enthusiasm and car collectors appreciating its unique blend of design, performance, and history. Today, the Thunderbird continues to hold a special place in the hearts of car enthusiasts and collectors. Its various generations reflect the evolution of American automotive design, from its sleek beginnings in the 1950s to its more luxurious and refined later years. The Thunderbird was more than just a car. It was a statement of style, power, and prestige. Whether as a sporty convertible in the 1950s or a luxurious coupe in the 1970s, the Ford Thunderbird has left an indelible mark on the history of American automobiles, and its legacy is one that continues to be celebrated by car lovers around the world.